What's up YouTube, and welcome back to another video on my channel for today. Hi! So for today's video, I wanted to show you guys my everyday makeup routine and what I kind of do the days that I do decide to wear makeup and how I like to glam myself up. This is the look right here. It's just very natural, little bit of glam, a little bit of natural, just the way I like it. I don't like a lot of makeup, but at the same time I like just enough to give you a little bit of, you know what I'm saying? So if you guys want to see how I create this look, no, we're doing this again. So I want to recreate this look for you guys, and yeah, let's get started on today's video. So I'm gonna start off by applying this face mask. I wish I could say that I was wearing this to be bougie, but in reality my eczema patches have caused a lot of dryness on my face. So I'm applying this for the moisture that I need before I start applying any makeup. While I am waiting for the face mask to dry up a little bit or to sink into the moisture, I'm going to tweeze my eyebrows for about 10 or 15 minutes, and then I'm going to go ahead and start moisturizing. I do a vitamin C serum, and then I do a vitamin E serum, and then I do my SPF, a little bit of cream for my eczema that I have around my nose, and then just some chapstick to get started. I want to explain a little bit about my skin so that way you kind of understand why I'm doing the whole process that I do for my makeup. My skin is very oily, but I find that when I supplement my skin with oils, it tends to kind of balance out. I've noticed a huge difference when I started changing my moisturizer to just pure vitamin essential oils. It'll help a lot with acne scarring, it'll help a lot with rejuvenation and just firmness and toneness. I could use a new moisturizer and it breaks me out because my skin is just really sensitive. So if you have sensitive skin, if you have oily skin, I would recommend for you to think about trying a vitamin E or vitamin C serum. So on a side note, my dog knocked me out with her little Elizabeth cone that she has on, and she like smacked me in my face last week, and I'm healing from the bruising, and then I just have a couple of breakouts from hormonal changes because period symptoms are a legit thing. So I'm gonna try to focus on covering that a little bit. I just like keeping my skin very natural, very breathable, almost like if it was my own skin, but just a little bit enhanced. Also, I don't use a primer like I used to. I stopped using primers for a bit, and I've just been focusing on my moisturizer and my SPF, and then just my eczema cream, putting that on so that way my eczema patches don't get too overly dry, and then my makeup runs a lot smoother. So using the spoolie, I'm just gonna go ahead and comb the hairs upwards before I apply any product. I'm gonna use my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow in the shade Dark Brown, and use that to fill in and outline my eyebrows, as well as to comb through them to avoid any harsh lines. Grabbing my Maybelline Femme Concealer, I'm just going to outline the bottom of the eyebrow as well as the top of the eyebrow to further define the shape. Using the Beauty Blender, I'm then just going to blend everything in to create a seamless and natural look. And then I'm going to go in with my Burt's Bees blush in the shade Shy Pink and put that in my crease, as well as my Bobbi Brown bronzer in the shade Golden Light to further give depth to my eye and further define my eye shape. I'm going to use my mascara, which is a Maybelline Volume Express mascara, and just spruce up my eyelashes. A cold sweat, hot-headed believer. I'm then going to be taking this NYX Green Concealer and using this to hide any redness from my bruising as well as blemishes from my acne scars. And I'm going to grab this brush and just blend it in to make it as seamless as possible. For foundation, I'm going to be using my Stila Stay All Day foundation in the shade Beige. And going in with this kabuki brush, I'm just going to use that to blend it into the skin. The trick is to use as least product as possible, but to conceal as much as you can. And I'm just going to take that all over the skin, and then going in with the beauty sponge, just blending everything in to take up any extra product and to further conceal. Going in again with the same Maybelline Femme Concealer in the shade 25 that I used for my eyebrows. I'm just going to use that to spot conceal a little bit more and to fully hide any acne scarring that I had, as well as that bruising. Going in with the Femme Concealer in the shade 10 now, I'm going to be using this under my eyes for brightening, and then using it as like a under eye highlighter. Using my Laura Mercier pressed powder in the shade Translucent, I'm just going to take that and put it underneath my eyes as well as on my T-zone to avoid getting oily throughout the day. This is really just going to set that under eye concealer and all the foundation that I use to make sure that it doesn't move in those areas. Going in with my BH Cosmetics cream blush, I'm going to take this to the apples of my cheeks and slowly blend upwards. And then I'm also going to take my Burt's Bees blush in the shade Shy Pink and just add that on top. It's going to seem like a lot of product right now, but I'm going back in with my beauty sponge and just blending everything in for a seamless look. This is going to help tone down that blush, but still blend it in as beautifully as possible. I'm then going to go in with my bronzing powder in the shade Golden Light. This bronzer I'm just going to take to the contouring areas of my face, my forehead, and my neck, and then just blend that into the blush and just add a little bit more of that bronzy golden touch. Going in with this old L'Oreal eyeshadow palette that I have, I'm going to mix in the dark orange color that was at the bottom along with the dark brown, and I'm going to take that underneath my eye just to add a little bit of depth to it as well. I'm going to grab a little bit more and take that to the top of my eyelid and then just kind of buff that in. Going back in with my bronzer, I'm just going to use this little brush to contour on the sides of my nose very lightly. And then going back in with my Maybelline Femme Concealer in the shade 10, I'm just going to add that to the sides of my nose just a little bit, as well as underneath my cheeks where I want to further define that contouring line. And I'm going to blend this in as seamlessly as possible just to further define all the areas that I really want to stand out. I'm going to be using my Bare Minerals Invisible Glow highlighter in the shade Tan and putting this on the high points of my cheeks as well as a little bit underneath my brow bone. So yeah, I went ahead and blow dried my hair out before it got really dry, wrapped in the towel. But other than that, that is all that I did for today's makeup routine. It was super simple, very natural, just very, you know, basic, nothing too fancy, but it's enough to give you a little bit of a throughout the day. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching today's video, and until next time, love you.